morning. I'm Samriddhi Kesi and these are the headlines of the hour. Nepal, China to agree on BRI framework anytime soon. Premier Oli presents his speech at the Peking University, proposes collaboration with Madan Bhandari Institute of Science and Technology. Government attorney and investigation officers jointly record former Home Minister Lamichhane's statement at Chitwan. Interrogation began a short while ago. BBC reveals its list of 100 inspiring and influential women. Nepali climate pioneer Shilshila Acharya enlisted. And Kathmandu Gorkha is currently chasing a target of 150 runs in the first match of today's NPL underway in TU Cricket Ground, Kantipur. Welcome back. Nepal and China are close to an understanding on a framework for Belt and Road Initiative BRI cooperation. According to the officials, they have nearly agreed on the terms and conditions on which China had expressed its reservations. The joint statement issued by both sides late on Tuesday states that the two sides expressed their readiness to sign the MOU on building the Trans-Himalayan Multidimensional Connectivity Network and the framework for Belt and Road cooperation between the two governments as soon as possible. Nepali officials said that despite whatever is stated in the joint statement, bilateral negotiations are going on and the agreement could be signed at any time, adding that the cooperation on the BRI could even be signed even during the current visit. Issuing a 12-point joint statement, both sides expressed their commitment to strengthening connectivity between the two countries in such areas such as ports, roads, landways, aviation, power grids and telecommunication to help Nepal transform from a landlocked country to a land-linked country. The two sides were expected to sign a new framework for BRI cooperation on Tuesday following delegation-level talks between Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and his Chinese counterpart Li Qiang. However, only 9 different projects related to deals and agreements were signed, fanning suspicions that the much talked about BRI framework cooperation was unlikely to be settled during the visit. According to the Nepali official, the Chinese side, after going through the document proposed by the Nepali side, removed the word grant from the text and added investment. The Chinese proposal was then communicated to Prime Minister Oli and Foreign Minister Arju Rana Deuba for their instructions. Rashtriya Swatantra Party chair Ravi Lamichhane, who has been alleged for money laundering and mishandling the fund of cooperatives, has recorded his statement at Government Attorney's Office Chitwan yesterday. Lamichhane is currently being interrogated. The recording of his statement has begun few moments ago. According to the Superintendent of Police Gautam Mishra, Lamichhane, who was taken to Chitwan from Kathmandu by air, was interrogated for 5 hours starting 12 in the noon. He was kept in the Chitwan police custody after his statement. According to attorney Santiraj Luitel, Lamichhane is to be further interrogated today, where the written statement would be taken in depth. They are making necessary preparations to finish the recording of the statement by today evening. Lamichhane's statement was jointly recorded by government attorney and investigation officers. He was escorted to the district police office following his arrival at the Bharatpur airport. An arrest warrant had been issued against Lamichhane and 10 others by District Court Chitwan on 20th of November for misuse of fund of Sahara cooperatives. Former DIG Chabilal Joshi and Ram Bahadur Khanal, who were alleged of the same case, had recorded their statement for 2 days starting Sunday. Lamichhane's supporter had protested at Bharatpur yesterday. Major political parties have called the results of the 1st December by-election satisfactory. General Secretary and Central Coordinator for the local level by-election for Nepali Congress that contested in the by-polls on its own, Vishwa Prakash Sarma, said that the results were encouraging. Among the vacant 41 positions, Nepali Congress took 19, which the party said is vital from political and organizational view compared to the results that party had while going for election alliance in previous election in 2022. Another ruling party, CPN-UML, has stated that results of this by-election was unexpected. However, it has won one municipal chair and vice chair, attaining success to a certain extent. UML's Chief of Promotions Department, Rajendra Gautam, said it was high time that the party reviewed approach towards the citizens and their issues. Chairperson of the main opposition CPN Maoist Centre, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, claimed that their government's anti-corruption agenda have been endorsed by the citizens. The world observed the 33rd International Disability Day, calling on infrastructures that ensure inclusion in leadership. However, people with disabilities continue to lack access to education, health and employment opportunities. Many people living with disabilities are compelled to depend on others for their day-to-day lives. They say the rights provisioned by the Constitution have not been implemented. Most public structures are not accessible for all, which further impedes their development.
पाँच प्रतिशत छुट्याएको थिए तर यो 5% चाहिँ यो निजामती सेवाबाट चाहिँ हामीलाई अपाङ्गता भएको व्यक्तिहरूलाई चाहिँ व्यवस्था कटौती गर्दै गएका छन्। हामी अरु सरह नपुगुन्जेलसम्मको लागि हामीलाई आरक्षणको आवश्यकता भएको हिसाबले
हजुरको छोरी हामी हेर्न सक्दैनौँ। पिसाब गर्दाखेरि हामी कहाँ हुन्छौँ, हामी स्कुलमा भर्ना मान्दैनौँ भन्नुहुन्छ टिचर र प्रिन्सिपल सरहरूले।
Based on population census 2021, the number of people with disabilities stands at 2.2% of the total population. This means 650,000 households have at least one person with some forms of disability. The number has, however, been debatable, as the Nepal Federation of Disabled Persons says that the number stands around 3 million. The 11th annual meeting of the Network of Testing of Agricultural Machinery, an organization focused on testing agricultural equipment in countries across Asia and the Pacific region, has commenced in Kathmandu. More than 50 agricultural scientists and chiefs of quality control from 19 countries are participating in the event. Discussions are focused on achieving uniformity in the use and quality standards of developed agricultural tools among member countries. It has been stated that the quality certification provided by any one of the 23 member countries will be recognized across all member nations. Government officials have said that Nepal plans to implement regulations to ensure the quality of imported agricultural tools.
त्यसपछि व्यवसायीहरुलाई कस्तो मेसिनरी उपयुक्त हुन सक्छ, कस्तो मेसिन चाहिँ दीर्घकालमा जान सक्छ, उत्पादकलाई के हुन सक्छ, यसको प्रोटोकल अथवा स्ट्यान्डर्ड टेस्टिङ प्रोटोकल र टेस्टिङ सर्टिफिकेटको विषयमा पनि म्युचुअल रिकग्निसन विषय लगायतका विषयहरुमा उहाँले छलफल गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ। मिनी टिलर, पावर टिलर, यो पावर टिलर र अरु यन्त्रहरुको परीक्षण गर्नको लागि हामीसँग संरचनाहरु छ र साथसाथै अहिले हामीहरुले के गरेका छौं भन्दाखेरि नेपाल स्ट्यान्डर्ड अहिले पावर टिलर को परीक्षण सम्बन्धी र यो मिनी टिलर को परीक्षण सम्बन्धी नेपाल स्ट्यान्डर्ड यो हामीहरुको नेपाल गुणस्तरबाट हामीहरुको पारित हुने क्रममा छ।
The meeting will conclude on 5th of December. Although the use of agricultural machinery has increased in the Tarai districts, Himalayan and hilly regions have yet to adopt the practice. Experts have emphasized the need to develop useful practice tools to encourage youth to remain engaged in agriculture and reduce migration. It is time for international news. The BBC has revealed its list of 100 inspiring and influential women from around the world for 2024. Nepal's Shilshila Acharya is also in the list. Shilshila Acharya runs one of the largest plastic recycling networks in Nepal. Her waste management business Avni Ventures employs staffs from marginalized communities and focuses on getting more women into the green sector. Among others are stranded astronaut Sunita Williams, rape survivor Zizeli Pellico, actress Sharon Stone, Olympic athletes Rebecca Andrade and Alizan Felix, singer Rai, Nobel Peace Prize laureate Nadia Murad, visual artist Tracy Emin, climate campaigner Ann Dick, and writer Christina Rivera Garza. From facing deadly conflicts and humanitarian crisis in Gaza, Lebanon, Ukraine and Sudan to witnessing the polarization in societies that followed a record number of elections around the world, women have had to dig deep to find new levels of resilience. BBC 100 Women acknowledges this toll this year has taken on women by celebrating those who, through their resilience, are pushing for change as the world changes around them. The list also remains committed to exploring the impact of climate emergency, highlighting climate pioneers who work to tackle their communities and make an impact. South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol said on Wednesday that he would lift the martial law decree which he had made in a live television broadcast late on Tuesday following a chaotic night during which protesters stormed South Korea's National Assembly. Yoon said in a televised emergency address on Tuesday that he was declaring martial law to eradicate anti-state forces and uphold free constitutional order. He said that the martial law was necessary to ensure people's freedom, safety and national sustainability in the face of anti-state forces seeking to overthrow the country, vowing to eliminate the anti-state forces and normalize the country as soon as possible. Protesters gathered outside the National Assembly soon after, chanting for the president to lift the martial law decree and classing the security forces as they attempted to block access to the assembly compound. Early on Wednesday, South Korea's National Assembly voted unanimously to rescind the martial law decree with 18 lawmakers of the ruling People Power Party and 172 lawmakers of the opposition parties in attendance and voting in favor. South Korea's constitution says the president must lift a martial law decree when a majority of 300-member assembly vote to overturn the decree. National Assembly Speaker Woo Woon-shik said the unanimous vote rendered the martial law declaration invalid. And Namibia has elected its first female leader, with Netumbo Nandi declared as the winner of the last week's presidential election in a result that will extend the ruling SWAPO party's 34-year-old hold on power. Nandi, the current vice president, won with 57% of the vote according to the official results, defying predictions that she might be forced into a runoff. SWAPO has ruled the country since its independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990. The Namibian nation has voted for peace and stability. Nandi said after the results were announced late on Tuesday. Nandi was a member of the underground independence movement in Namibia in the 1970s. She was promoted from foreign minister to vice president in February after President Hayes Jane Bob died while in office. Opposition parties have rejected the results after the election was marred by the technical problems, including shortages of ballot papers and other issues, causing election officials to extend voting until Saturday. That is all for the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.